get it. You see, phase 1, collect underpants. Phase 2, phase 3, profit.
Oh, I get it. No, you don't, fat ass.
Straight on the clock, no delay, no block. We run the show, no need to unlock. Step in the spot, the crowd already know. Stage lit right, fit time for the show. Microphone check, rhythm and vibe. Straight as an arrow, keeping it live. Stalling is balling, mics in control. Old school Steve's vibe fills the whole bowl. Jigger with it, slick and precise. Hit in the stage like a ninja in ice. Pyros explode when we keep in the jam. No late entrance, this is who I am. We punctual, factual, right on the dime. No hesitation, breaking from time. Straight on the clock.
Hello and welcome everybody to Late and Gay with the GCA, but it's straight and on time because it's the month of June. It's straight and on time because it's the month after May. We don't do that shit. So thank you everybody for coming here for episode 64. Oh my goodness. Let's get everybody else here on the scene and put our guest of honor in the place he deserves.
Thank you.
Right in the middle. I am MoZamboni. I am your host. I decided not to do my hair tonight. I just wanted to be like a little casual, like a hoodie. I didn't want hoodie to feel alone. But
I did my hair.
Oh, well, it looks as great as it does every week. Exactly the same. Oh no,
Wow, a little hair flip.
Ew, brother, ew. But thanks for everybody coming on tonight. So let's just get right onto it while people keep filtering in from Trigger Happy. I am MoZamboni, your host for tonight. I am joined here by the lovely Lady Medea. Hello, how goes it, madame?
Hi everyone, welcome. It's been good, busy week as usual here, working, keeping the family in check, and packing and, applying for new jobs and finding a new place to stay. So just, usual busy.
That's good.
Yeah.
It won't be California, and that's the best part. Unless you live there, in which case enjoy it, I guess, if you can. I don't know how that works, but
Not believable.
Yes, yeah, I don't believe it. But next up, we have the VTuber form,
Yes.
of Mr. Hayden Wayne 75. How goes the battle, sir?
Well, I was just on ABF's stream, and we just talked about food the entire time.
Yeah, my type of stream. Sick invite, by the way.
Because we had news to cover, and we just didn't. We just decided we were going to talk about different cereals and desserts and pasta and food.
Bro, why was
So
I
then
invited?
I had to go get.
We're
Well,
laying
it was
in bed.
unplanned.
Yeah, you're...
You'd have been
So I had
like,
to
you know
go
what
get
I've
more.
enjoyed? Let's get conversation. No, me. Nobody would have enjoyed it.
No,
Yeah, I'm
catch
good.
the
Happy to be
replay.
here.
Sorry.
Indeed. And next we have the wonderful the culinary queen, Nomi. Without you,
Well, hi guys. I wouldn't say I'm the culinary queen because I was texting Jess earlier today. I was like, I fucked up on making these cookies. One word super flat, like leather cookies, basically, is the best way to describe it. And the other ones, perfect texture, nice and chewy, but it tastes like baking soda. So I was like, where did I go wrong? She's like, oh, so yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the queen. So I had failures, but other than that, I'm okay. I'm tired. Hi, Jess. I know. I was texting you earlier, but yeah, I'm tired. So if I look like I'm tired, it's because I am.
that's why you're situated near me, Nomi, because I'm tired as well. So I know Vaughn's like, oh please, this is wonderful. Yeah,
No,
we're so excited.
listen, I'm in the same boat, so I'm like, okay, I've got an excuse.
Yeah, struggle together.
You're amongst friends. So I'll just get through the rest, and I'll get you at the end there, Vaughn, to make sure we get you
Take
the
your time.
proper. We do. Next up we have the man of the month. Like, honestly, let's be serious. Yo Pops has been out and about and documenting all the idiocy and trying to be as good as he can and central as he can. But I know he just wants to get on that rooftop. But anyways, just short of that. How goes the battle there, literally, Yo Pops?
Just going out there, beating feet on the street,
Just trying to get people what they want, get the footage that they want. Definitely tiring. I am so dead. But you know what? That's part of the job. And right now we are on a forward momentum, and we got to keep it going. And the most scary part is what I'm going to keep on doing to keep us going. But we'll see what happens, and we're just going to keep going, going to keep moving, going to rock it till wheels fall off. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
And next we have Hoodie D. Speaking of documenting undocumented, it's Hoodie D.
I like that. It was good.
Hi there. I just want to give a shout out to Yo Pops. I had a stream with him and Isaac. We were actually on the Golden Age podcast, which was a lot of fun. Shout out Isaac. Happy to be here with you guys again. I don't have a whole lot going on.
Only impending doom by the sounds of it, which just tends to happen when you're in that neck of the woods, isn't it?
Yeah, if you guys see me drop off, I lost power. It's happened a few times tonight. Bad storms.
And next we have up is the man of many words, but chooses to use very few. It is Nagrinol.
Yay, Nagy.
Hi.
Hi. Well said. And then we have... I was just waiting for him to butt in. All right. There you go. Next up we have The Finger that brought over a lot of people with him. Wow. Thank you very much for the 75 plus people here. Must have been a great stream talking about food without Nomi. Imagine if you had Nomi there. Anyways.
Yeah.
We have Alec Baldwin's Finger.
We didn't talk about gaming at all. I actually renamed our stream halfway through because I realized we weren't going to get to any gaming news. And we had deep dive discussions on Coke versus pop versus soda.
Ooh.
Bone-in and out wings.
Ooh.
And cereals and sandwiches and is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
Yes it is.
No, you're all wrong.
Of course, there is Nagrinol, who has to be like the negative Nancy here.
How is it being negative? It's literally not a fucking
No,
sandwich.
it's not. It's not a sandwich. It's a distinct food item. It's not.
We already did this stream, guys.
We will do it again.
Yeah, we might as well continue.
Oh, okay. Then let me rephrase that. It's not Nagy, it's Hoodie. Of course, here goes Hoodie D being negative Nancy. And if you say no, it's not, you just said no. That's negative. So, yeah.
Quit being negative. Oh, yeah, so. And last but not least, our guest of the hour, it is Vaughn Coleman.
Yay!
Thanks very much for coming on the stream, sir.
Thank you.
How goes it? And what is your claim to fame? What is your
what is your mission?
Yes.
What is my claim to fame? Well, so I mean, I guess I've been making comic books for a bit. I've got a few in production right now, but in the meantime, I've got 2 under my belt. I'm a writer of a series called Phenomenova, which is basically a coming of age superhero story set 20 years after World War III. So we've got a 3rd one in the works, but in the meantime, today has been packing. I'm going to a con, Heroes Con in Charlotte, and then we've got another one the weekend after. So it's been a lot of that. I don't know about fame. I kind of just on YouTube make whatever I feel like making, honestly.
Good.
And just do that whenever I can. But my claim to eventual fame, hopefully, is my writing. So we'll see about that.
Right on. And we'll definitely, if you have anything you want to plug throughout the stream, by all means, man. Seriously. So if you have anything you want to show, you let us know. And we got.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had forgotten. It was because we scheduled so long ago. If I could bring up links or whatever.
Yeah, you can message me in the private chat there. I just sent you a message there.
Yeah, absolutely. We got you. So, well, thank you very much for coming on. We have, all right. Well, we have one super chat already, and it's the most consistent man on the internet. It is Corn Boy.
Oh, good old Corn Boy.
Thumbs up.
Everyone thumbs up to the like button.
And
hey, Corn Boy.
Yep, and the more we go through, we will have Mr. Yo Pops, who's a multitasker. Not only does he document all the craziness going on in the world, he's an excellent super chat reader. So I dare not take that away from him. But,
Oh, please.
No, Mo makes him go out and report on riots and then come here with a scratchy
Yeah.
voice where he can barely talk and still make him read.
Like, get to it. Yeah. All right, so, anywho, well, we had there's quite a few things going on in the news. Some wins, some craziness, obviously, in most of the world, which we're not going to cover. But we have, let's see here. We have the Naked Gun trailer. I have not seen this yet. I figured we'd start off with something fun.
The second trailer, right?
Yeah, so has anybody seen this trailer yet?
Yes.
I just watched it like right before this when you sent me the link. I was catching up.
Come on.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Same.
Alrighty.
I saw it, or a little bit of it.
So here we go. Let's take a look. And voila. Hey, we're starting to get a hold of Eevee Mux. I'm so excited. I haven't messed up yet. So, but there is a lot of time. All right, so let's watch this.
Thanks. Once you kill a man for revenge, there's no going back. A voice in your head sang over and over. That was awesome.
Who are you?
Drebin. Detective Frank Drebin. Thanks.
Police squad has always been the elite of the elite.
Hi, Daddy. It's me, Frank Jr. Love you.
Hey, Dad. Boy, do I miss you.
And you.
All right, so that one was from the.
I actually laughed pretty good at that one.
That was a good one. That was. I also it was good because I didn't realize that. I was like, oh God, is this a remake? Which I hate Hollywood's trend of just calling things the name, but it's not a remake. Like just call it Naked Gun, whatever it is, or Naked Gun Reborn or something. But they
See, I'm actually okay with the way that they did this because it's like, you know, the Naked Gun came out so long ago. They could just call this the Naked Gun, but then they give you that direct nod to this is a sequel.
So then why not just call it like they did Tron Legacy years ago? Why not call it Naked Gun Legacy? Like I didn't know what Tron was. I didn't find out it was a sequel until years after the fact. Why not do something like that here? I'm also a small child. Was a small child when that came out.
It still feels like a sequel, though.
Can I just
Yeah,
say
I've
this?
never seen it, but I'm just. My point is the ads. I didn't know.
Real quick, Vaughn, how old are you?
Yeah, let's get everyone guessing, and then I'll tell you.
Because you said
less than 30.
You said
Less than 30,
Tron Legacy came out when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Are you like?
He's like
Yeah,
he's between
22?
24 and 26.
I was gonna say 24.
I think 26.
Yeah, you actually literally before 24 and 26, but 25. Yeah. So,
Oh, okay.
Damn, baby. Damn, little baby over here.
You're only 2 years younger than me. Man.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch
Once
the rest
he's
of
not
this.
the
Let's
youngest
not
on the
comment
frame.
Yes,
No, Mo, we all know you're the oldest.
I know. I could literally be Vaughn. Well, I see. Well, okay, I was a good boy after I got married, but if he said 21, I was like, oh shit. But but anyways, yeah, geez. Well, that's awesome with all the ambition being 25. That's some of us take a little longer to get there, but that's awesome. All right, let's forget how old I am and watch the rest of the trailer.
Frank are the best of the best.
I need a bathroom. I need this room immediately.
There's a line, man.
Police business. Oh, I'm gonna ruin another suit.
Over here, Lieutenant. I think someone murdered my brother.
Please, take a chair.
Thank you.
Okay, that right there. Pause real quick.
Yeah.
That right there is the classic Naked Gun humor.
That's
that
why.
see
Yeah.
in this.
I'm sorry, but
Airplane as well.
I'm sorry, but Liam Neeson does not do it for me. He's not doing it. Just his monotone voice, his like too seriousness of a tone that he has. I'm sorry.
Yo, Pops, did you see
sorry.
the original Naked Gun?
I've seen a little bit of it. It was a long time ago.
Okay, so the whole thing is that every line is delivered so deadpan and serious, and then absurdist humor happens after that. So that his deadpan delivery of lines and then just like looking quizzical whenever something happens, that's very much true to what Naked Gun was. And I'm happy to see it personally.
I miss this kind of humor, dude. Like I really do.
Yeah,
I was like, I went through a phase where I was like rewatching, or I was watching Naked Gun for the first time, and Monty Python and Airplane, yeah, all those, and I'm just like, man, why don't they make these like anymore?
Yeah,
I get that, but I just feel like Leslie Nielsen, right? Leslie Nielsen was the original, right? I feel like no, I feel like he, even though he did the series like Deadpan thing, I think he still had a little bit. There's like I don't know. There's like a hint of like a humorous thing. I just feel like
more of a comedian,
yeah, I feel like oh my god,
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam Neeson. I feel like I'm watching Taken. I feel like I'm watching Taken right now.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. Is we're so used to seeing him in serious roles, then to put him right into this, where
it's an interesting casting.
Completely.
I actually love this.
But
love
yeah,
to
it could
see
work
him
out
in a
really
little bit less serious role.
But that's the whole thing. That's why it worked back in the day. And this is even for somebody that's at my age. This was like something that was lost on me because the original Naked Gun came out in the 80s. Leslie Nielsen was an incredibly like serious actor. Like never did anything else.
But see, that's the same thing with Liam Neeson here. We're used to seeing him in these very serious roles, just like previously people had been with Leslie Nielsen. And now we're seeing this absurdist humor taking place around him.
That's interesting. I didn't know that he was a serious, because I've only seen him in comedic stuff. So
yeah, he ended up going like full bore into comedy, and I believe a lot of it was after The Naked Gun came out because he was just so great in it.
Yeah, and even my generation, like Gen Xers and millennials, we always thought he was a comedic actor.
You're talking right over Magda. Can you not hear?
Yeah, that was really rude of you.
Oh, what? Is she on stage? She's not on stage.
She's not on stage.
Yeah, she is.
That's why.
Not on stage. What are you talking about?
No, we heard her. I heard her.
I'm looking at her.
No,
we can hear
no,
people behind stage.
You can hear people backstage.
Yeah. Sorry,
He's
Lady
on
Medea.
stage. I'm looking at the stream right now.
No, I literally just put her up there. Lady Medea.
Shit.
My apologies. Go ahead.
What's happening?
Evie Mux is being silly.
Yeah, we're not used to this.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyways, I was saying that Liam Neeson is, just as an actor, he's such a like stoic and just put together guy that just looking at him, being silly and being just playing in this movie, it just feels great to me. Because he's such an unlikely person to be in it that I love it for him. So.
Yeah, all right. That's cool.
Yeah, me too. Like I said, it's very reminiscent of Leslie Nielsen being in it.
Absolutely.
Like it's very much a very similar vibe, because previously Leslie Nielsen had been a very serious actor. He played in a lot of serious roles, and then after The Naked Gun, he leaned hard into the stoic type of comedy shows, and that's where we got a lot of the things that we know him from.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I think that's why a lot of us that are a little older are willing to give him a chance, because we kind of understood that's how that goes. But let's watch the rest here. Is that Buster? Is that Busta? You look old as hell.
Looks like
Busta Rhymes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like him. Yeah, I think so.
Served 20 years for man's laughter. You mean manslaughter? Must have been quite the joke.
Okay, you're going to shut down police squad.
Must have been quite the joke. I like it. I
think I'm just too jaded. I think I'm just too jaded to, have a fair opinion on stuff. So.
It's just goofy. That's the thing. This is absurdist humor. So absurdist humor really died kind of in the 80s.
Tragically, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because there was lots of absurdist humor in the 80s. And then in the 90s, it seemed like that's when things started to shift to a more serious tone. And comedies were dead by the mid-2000s, basically, if you think about it. Right? Yep. And this absurdist humor died in the mid-90s, basically completely. So it's refreshing to me to see that absurdism brought back, where it's just somebody says a line and it's taken in the most literal or illiteral sense possible, and they just go with it. Like I love that kind of humor.
It makes me want to watch some of the more. Cause I would say I almost feel like people soured on it. Like I'm not saying that at the same level, but like the Wayans brothers movies, everyone's like they're all trash, whatever. And it's like it's almost like people soured on that kind of like now and looks down on it. And it's like, all right, well, if you're gonna do that, what do you come up with to replace it? Better be something amazing. And I just think that
they never replaced it.
Yeah, they never like Airplane is still and the Naked Gun are still some of the best comedies ever.
Well, Vaughn, to your point, I would say that all the those like they did the like the American Pie kind of parodies and stuff, like the scary movies and stuff. I think they kind of overdid that. It just kind of like it was like too much for a lot of people. Like, I do agree with what you're saying.
Well,
because like White Chicks is hysterical, dude.
Can you highlight Ronan's comment about the Seth MacFarlane?
Ronan, I'm trying to find it. How far up is it? Oh, here.
Not too far.
Is that it?
No.
It's further up than that.
It's about his two comedic performances. Here we go.
Yeah.
I do want to just shed some light on this, because if anyone did see A Million Ways to Die in the West, Liam Neeson did play like an outlaw kind of role, and he killed it. He was very funny. So Yo Pops, he can definitely do comedy. I know you probably see him as that ass kicker type role, but he definitely has a comedic side he can lean into.
Well, and that's the thing with something like this, is that he gets to be both of them at the same time. Right. And I like that. That shows a flexibility in an actor of being able to be serious, but it's also the entire movie is just jokes. Like, I like it.
Well, I have respect for him because what you were saying, Hayden, he was also the voice of Bad Cop in the Lego movie. He was very silly as that voice actor. And I think I enjoyed Bad Cop in Lego movie more than any other character because of how he delivered it. Because it's like stoic as the bad cop. He's like, oh yeah, prepare to die. And then he's like the silly character. He's like, hello, I'm the police officer. And he does the voice of it. So I think he's just trying to like, I guess the career that Liam Neeson has already is he's trying to go into different, explore different. Yeah, a lot, especially with the Taken franchise.
Yeah.
So he wants to like kind of explore new avenues of being in film. Like he's doing the jokes, like the humor side of it. He did the serious side, and he did. I don't know if he's in any more animations besides the Lego movie and Chronicles of Narnia, but like that's why I respect him, that he knows that he's like, hey, I'm dying out as an actor, but I still have some talent. Let me see if there's any other way I can deliver it.
So a lot of actors, they'll get typecast, like I feel like Liam Neeson did.
Yeah.
And it's not so much that they're dying out as actors, but it's more like they get tired of doing the same type of role. So they start chasing after other roles to show that they can do other things. Yeah. And I think he's a great person that has shown that he can do the serious, he can do comedy, he can do dramatic. And this is the perfect combination of mixing two of those, where he gets to join them and actually have something that I think he'd be happy with. And like I said, currently from what I've seen, I'm happy with. Yes, I know it could have been called a sequel. It could have been called anything else. But I mean, it's been almost 40 years. Like, you can just call it the same name, and then you either look up the one with Leslie Nielsen or the one with Liam Neeson. Like, it just depends which one you want to watch, right? Because they clearly show that this one is a continuation, a sequel.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, continue, Mo.
Yes, indeed.
But if you do not solve this case, do this by the book.
Show a little respect.
Why? Who's going to arrest me? Other cops?
Yes.
Is she serious?
Is he serious?
No.
It seems Mr. Drebin may be more of a problem than we thought. I want you to keep an eye on him.
Oh my god.
That made an awesome power.
This oven is disgusting.
Rest assured, I won't stop until I've found justice.
What do you want, little one?
Your ass.
That's wild.
Nobody
That is a
messes
classic
with police squad.
We've upgraded your car with the most advanced crime-fighting tech.
Drive forward 30 feet. Pretty smooth.
Oh.
This place is falling apart.
Okay, all right.
I'm totally okay with this.
Yeah.
This is, I think this may be one of the first movies this year that I'm like, I actually really want to see it.
Yeah, that honestly is looking like we're harkening back to a time that we thought we lost. Like there was some really good humor in there, and they kept it like current, like the Spirit Halloween. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah, the Spirit Halloween going over the police force sign. It's great.
So, what did everybody think overall? Like I know we had our takes on Liam Neeson, but like how excited are you to see this?
I have never seen the original, nor have I really even heard of it. So,
Bro.
What do you mean you've never heard of it?
Come on, guys. He's just a kid. Leave him alone.
No, hold on. How old are you?
27.
25. Come on, I've seen that.
I haven't seen it, or really, like, no one's ever really shown me. I don't know.
Well,
but
priority alpha. Like, whatever is next in your watch list, bump it up to number 1.
I have to watch 28 Days Later. I've never seen that.
I think it's overrated.
You're supposed to be the movie guy.
I know.
I'm going to see the new one.
movie.
Anyway.
My favorite zombie movie, 28 Days Later.
Really?
so
See,
yeah,
I didn't do it for me, man. I got to be honest.
Really?
Like, I watched it. I just like. I don't think it's bad or anything. I just don't think it was like as mind blowing as I don't know. Like,
But
Dawn of the
you know
Dead is like far
no,
superior.
So
like, in
you know
every way.
that 28 Days Later is the thing that started the zombie trope of waking up in the hospital, trying to figure out what's going on, that The Walking Dead used.
Yeah, I know.
There's lots of tropes that started from 28 Days Later that expanded into the zombie.
I understand that. Like, and for that respect, I appreciate. Like I said, I don't hate them. I actually like. I enjoyed it. I just didn't think it was like as good as comparatively to some of the others. You know,
Okay,
like,
that's fair.
I think like because I watched that around the same time I watched Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, the Romero.
So you watched the
trilogy.
originals and then
Yeah,
the new
and
spin
so
on
I
it.
was like, I like Romero's stuff better.
Yeah,
I
I
just-
gotcha.
I thought
I
that,
got
but I
you.
did think 28 Days. I also think it was shot like every other shot in that movie is a Dutch angle, and I'm like, okay, it loses its effect in my opinion by the 80th time. I'm like, all right, can you just take the camera? There we go. Just film the movie like a normal person, then occasionally put it on an angle.
You just don't get it. You're too young, man.
I
You
guess,
just don't
yeah.
get it.
I guess I have to make every shot. You know.
No, my bad. I did not mean to make us talk about zombie movies. From
That's good. Hey, that's a good movie coming out.
From that trailer, I am absolutely sold. I'm looking forward to go see that. We haven't had a comedy like that. It feels like in forever.
Yeah, like firing off guns and getting people of various backgrounds to leave the restaurant so he could take a dump I'm all for it. Let's go. White man
I
coming.
think that's funny.
Get out of my way.
But I also don't like I don't like toilet humor, so I was very unimpressed with the scene of I'm gonna shit myself. Like I don't think that kind of stuff's funny most of the
You
time.
don't think
Like
shitting
it can
yourself
be
is
played properly and work, but like for most of the time for me it doesn't. Toilet
You
humor
guys,
doesn't.
ever since the incident of 2015, Hayden just doesn't want that kind of humor anymore. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? That entire outfit was ruined, and then I ruined a second outfit afterward, and it was a very rough day. Okay.
Well, sounds like a personal problem.
Well, it is, and that's why I don't like toilet humor.
It's almost like a skill issue too.
Oh, there you go.
Get good.
Wow.
There you go.
There we go.
So I think it's amazing that this is coming out in 2025. Like honestly, it's got like the rhythm and the beat. Like I said, of an 80s, 90s movie or like scary movie. We had the early, I know you're saying like we lost them in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, like the really irreverent ones, but we still had Scary Movie, which was, I thought was hilarious. But it was on its way out for sure at that point.
Like Austin Powers, there was definitely a
resurgence,
little nod to Austin Powers there with the cleaning of the oven.
Yeah. Right.
I gotta watch those movies
that
again.
was
They're
funny.
Take a Chair was that one.
I'm waiting
that's like
for
80s. Yeah, go ahead.
for another Police Academy to come out
Oh,
because
yeah, those were good.
that's overdue.
Well, the only problem with that is the funniest guy on the show, the guy who could do the sound effects with his mouth. Like, I don't think he's around to be able to do it anymore.
Oh, sure he is. Michael Winslow, yeah, you think he's like a millionaire? He's probably waiting on him to call. He's waiting by his phone. He's like making ringing sounds with
He
his
does
with
cons
his mouth.
and stuff. I've never seen those movies actually. They're on my
the
list.
real problem is you can't
But-
make the police good guys anymore.
Oh, shit.
Well, they're doing it with this one. It seems
Yeah.
like.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's definitely more optimistic than anything that we've seen in quite some time. So
You see what Idaho Mike just put in the chat? Fucking classic line.
I just got it stuffed.
Nice beaver. Thanks. I just got it stuffed.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
No, I think this movie looks promising. Like, I have been very sad since the death of comedy like 10 years ago. And I really want something that's just irreverently funny and absurdist to come back and just sit there, turn my brain off, and laugh at it. Like, that's all I want. And we haven't had that for a long time.
Dude, and it's like this next generation of comedians too. They're being taught that they have to be like thought leaders and everything. It's like, no, you have to make them laugh.
No.
Dude.
Yeah, be funny, clown. Dance, monkey, dance. Like, that's all I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Isaac, come on, my man. Seriously, the first
What?
one. Is,
Oh.
nobody's gonna
Get outta here, Isaac.
Nobody's gonna give you guff if you miss all the rest, but you gotta see the first one.
The
Yeah,
first
no
one,
one.
for sure.
Yeah, first one's the only good one, really.
Of what? The Naked Gun? I have because I haven't seen.
No,
2 and
Police
3.
Academy.
Police Academy.
Police
Yeah.
Academy.
The Police Academy sequels were all pretty good, though.
All right, I
Two
haven't
was
seen those yet.
pretty
Oh,
good,
no.
but 3 you can skip 3. It's nah.
Yeah, unless you like Bobcat Goldthwait, in which case, go right ahead. Hey! Yeah.
The little guy.
Watch,
Got her.
watch Naked Gun, and then if you like that, watch Airplane after. Airplane's great also.
Yeah,
Oh,
Naked
Airplane
Gun,
is-
Airplane, Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the I speak jive, and you got Jim Cleaver. It's like what it is, and it's just like, yeah, you're not gonna get scenes like where the main guy in Airplane teaches an African tribe how to play basketball.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
Oh, my God,
Oh,
yeah.
there was a quote from David Zucker, who wrote and directed that movie. And someone had asked him when he was at like some university in California. He was like, "Hey, do you guys think Airplane could get made today?" He goes, "Yeah, just take out all the jokes."
True.
That's
Like,
Correct. And it's sad. So I may be a little bit naive whenever I watch the trailer for Pink Panther, but it's like, damn it, I just want comedy back. Can we please just laugh at shit again? Because I miss that. I miss that time. And it's been a long time since we've been able to do that. So I'm very hopeful for this movie. I want to see it because even just watching the trailers, like, okay, yeah, they're calling it the same as the original, and it's not any original cast, anything like that, but they pay homage, which I think is very important if you're going to do something like this. But it also, just like watching the trailer, I have moments that make me laugh, and I'm like, shit, I want to see the movie now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, this is definitely hopeful, as opposed to something that has been in the news quite a bit of entertainment for the last like at least 2 or 3 weeks. It seems like forever, but a specific thing that's been going on is there has been we've been talking about Superman, we've been talking about the trailer, everything like that. but apparently there's been some guff with the Snyderverse. I haven't really followed this. I know that he's been kind of like poking at them for whatever reason, but apparently there has been fan sabotage against Superman. Is anybody like inclinated to? Has anybody been following this specifically? Because I know they've kind of like been in the ether, but this is the first I heard of anything specific.
I say this as a huge comic fan. I kind of am not super invested at this point because I'm like, I want James Gunn to do it. I want him to do great, because I want great comic book movies. I personally think Zack Snyder destroyed the DC cinematic universe. Any chance of my dream movies being made in that universe for a long time, and I'm hoping James Gunn can fix it. So I'm very much biased against the Snyderverse. I hate Batman vs Superman, and I hate the Snyder Cut. I thought it was absolutely horrendous. That's just I know some people like it. That's fine. I don't. So to me, it just seems like a lot of Snyder fans are extremely rabid. And I get this is a vocal minority, but I just it is crazy because it's like they're coping and seething, and they're always like do this whole thing where it's about the whole world doesn't understand me. The Zack Snyder superhero movies are secretly brilliant, and it's like first of all, Superman is a movie that should be enjoyed, by everyone. You're not making an art house film, So that whole aspect, I don't like that Justice League is supposed to be this and I'm saying this as a superhero enthusiast. It's not your student film project. You're making a movie that has bright, colorful characters and whatever. And I think the Snyder fans are mad because the majority of people did not mess with Snyder stuff. And now whoever was going to be in the next seat, whether it was James Gunn or someone else, was going to get this kind of hate. Anyone who wasn't Zack Snyder was going to get this kind of hate. Just regardless.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. But let's see exactly what's going on because I'm not actually up to date on this specifically. So, James Gunn responds to Snyderverse fan sabotage campaign against Superman. A now deleted Reddit post by Snyderverse fan urging sabotage of the upcoming Superman film has prompted a direct response from DC Studios co-head and director James Gunn. The post, which appeared briefly,
James Gunn responds to everything.
Good point. The post, which appeared briefly on the subreddit Snyder Cut, called on Snyderverse supporters to disrupt the film's opening through coordinated spoilers, negative reviews, and manipulation of ticketing systems. James Gunn dismissed the Snyderverse campaign, expressing confidence in the film's reception and downplaying the influence of the small group behind the effort. He basically went to go on to say, "I think we will survive. I'm not sure the 8 people that listen to that guy are going to impact the course of events." So that's what's going on. They're basically trying to do what they
just want they want the numbers to look bad. Because it's just like they take us, people who actually play video games, and they say that we go brigade and we leave bad reviews and we don't buy games, and they're just trying to take that aspect that they have decided to project onto us, thinking that we're all coordinating to try to make things like Dragon Age Veilguard fail, when none of us were coordinating. We all just thought it looked like shit, so nobody bought it and nobody played it. All right? And now they're trying to do a coordinated thing, and go figure, it's Zack Snyder fans trying to do it. I'm fucking shocked.
Also, on top of that, I don't know how much, this would have mustered up as far as people canceling going to go see it or whatever, but
sure,
this is just something that James Gunn can point to if his film doesn't do very well.
Absolutely.
He can say that he pointed to it before it even came out too. So he's kind of getting ahead of whatever might happen as well.
That's good. That's interesting. The whole drama is just kind of whatever. I'm not really invested in either as a personality, James Gunn or Zack Snyder. I hated, the Snyderverse in general. There are things about Man of Steel I had mixed thoughts, and some things I loved, some I didn't. But the Snyderverse as a whole, not a fan of, despite some things I liked here and there. But I think the idea that I'm supposed to go, I didn't like this, therefore I have to worship James Gunn like he's a god before the movie comes out is also not something I'm down with. You know, yeah. So I don't know. The whole thing reeks, and I'm just gonna see whether it's good or not. Is my whole thing. That's kind of why I pulled out any investment.
Yeah.
You know?
No, and I would agree with you because I'm somebody who's moderately interested in this movie. I want to see it.
Mhm.
Will I go see it in theaters? I don't know. Maybe if I happen to be off work and not have anything to do, sure, maybe I'll go to the theater. But I'm not like, this isn't like a 28 years later thing where that's a movie that I'm really excited about.
You're not dying to go
I
see it.
want to go see that. Huh?
You're not dying to go see it. You're not going to wait in
No.
line for the premiere and stuff like that.
Like I'll watch it at some point. And like I said, if I happen to be off, I'll go to the theater. But like, I think that I kind of share that sentiment with a lot of other people. They're like, well, they want to see it, but like, it's just, whenever.
Yeah, it's not like there was a time when I was a kid where I'd rush home from school and like any news about any upcoming superhero movie, I'd be like, oh my god. And now I'm at a point where like people are like talking to me and like, you excited for this? I'm like, I mean, I get it. I mean, I'll see it, I guess, if I have time.
Yeah,
and it's so weird to be in that state of mind, but I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, I don't know.
Well, a bunch of weirdos came in and ruined everything. And now we just have to, deal with what gets put out.
Just to understand, this is their plan to post spoilers everywhere, leave bad reviews, and then reserve tickets online but don't complete the purchase. I'm not sure. That sounds stupid. It's very important to know, guys, this is a very, 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 very small section of people on the internet. It's a very, very loud minority.
It's the amount of people that liked the Snyderverse. Like, there's not very many of them.
Even then, it's only a small portion of that small portion that would actually do this.
Sure.
Because I liked the Snyder cut. So everyone has different opinions about that. That's what's great about it, in my opinion. But it is a small group of people, and it's not going to affect the movie's performance.
It's a couple angry Twitter retards.
Yes.
Like, I mean, but
it will
like
not
AB
affect the movie. It's not going to.
He is jumping out in front of this if his movie does bad, because I am hearing a lot of criticism from people that don't like the trailers, they don't like the way that it looks, they don't like the way certain things are being done. And this movie, like I said, to me, I'm vaguely interested. I know there's a lot of people who have absolutely zero interest in this. I just want to see good Superman, and I'm hoping that he can pull it off. But the James Gunn humor and shit like that would maybe ruin it. So
wait, do you see the bottom line? If we can't have our Superman, no one can.
That is like a cult.
that is a leftist ideology implanted into a culture.
If I can't have him, no one can. Like, first of all, guys, he's been around for 85 years. Zack Snyder plucked his Superman out of the ether in 2013 that movie dropped, right? The character had existed for 70, 80, how many years prior to that point?
Yeah,
70 plus, prior to that point. So Superman, he could neither create nor destroy Superman. Neither will James Gunn. Superman, I promise you, Superman's going to be okay. He survived Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. He could survive anything.
Hey, Tricky Food 5757 on Reddit. I would like to tell you what you could do with yourself, but I'm not allowed to say it on YouTube. So you get it, you little spoiled bitch.
I think it's worth pointing out that this is an exploit that probably needs to be closed. Now that James Gunn and maybe these Fandango or whoever this exploit was for,
charge half to reserve a seat.
Ooh,
or make it to where your reserved seat times out after X amount of time.
Well, that's what happens at least with AMC. So that's why I was confused. Like, what kind of plan is that?
Yeah, it sounds like on Fandango you can do it for like an indefinite amount of time. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. Someone programmed it wrong if that's the case.
Yeah, because basically all that's doing is blocking sales. If you're able to do it indefinitely, you reserve all the seats, then nobody can buy them even if they want to see it.
Yeah.
So I think that James Gunn probably saw this and passed it along to people. Is my theory. Which I think is like, here's the thing. To the point though, if enough Spurgs do this and have like 20 tabs open, you could do some damage.
Well, keep in mind that all it takes for a lot of video game companies and movie companies and stuff to change things is one person with 20 tabs open and 30 different alt accounts that goes in and goes, oh, I'm just going to spend my entire day typing up this complaint about this thing. And then the company goes, oh shit, we got 7 emails today and 5 Twitter posts that were telling us to change this. The internet is mad.
And it's
it
like
was
it's the
2
one
guys.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're very flimsy. And you know what? It is nice though to see James Gunn go, hey, look, they're trying to do this shit. Like, yeah, you got to call it out, but it also does give him a scapegoat if his movie sucks.
Yeah.
And people start saying it sucks because then
Which
he'll be
is-
like, oh, see, this was just a campaign against me the whole time.
Yeah, that is a good point. There's definitely some truth to that. 100%. Like he could use it either way, but regardless, it does need to get called out. You know, I think especially if people can avoid that, because the main thing to me is, again, I'm not necessarily invested in Gunn himself. To me, there are things he does that I really like, but to me, the main thing is about, I don't want to see the DC universe fail again. Come on, you know.
It's been a failure to launch every single time they've tried it.
Yeah, but like, it's like don't give me hope, but also,
ironically, when Superman is supposed to be the character,
of
hope,
hope,
it's like,
that irony
don't
is
give
not
me hope.
lost on me. Yeah, it's not lost on me that is an inherent contradiction.
So yeah, I just want to see a good movie. I'm not, to get off more of the Snyderverse kind of thing. I agree with Vaughn. It's the best way to put it. It's a little bit of it's a small community. It's a small part of a small community. It's nothing. They're not going to be able to do much. But I think everybody's seen the trailer at this point, the full blown trailer. I have some issues with it, mainly the teeth bouncing off the camera.
Yeah, that bothered the hell out of me.
Yeah, but it's the fisheye lens that he's kind of using in incorrect ways, in my estimation. I mean, I'm no cinematographer, but it's just what. Okay, so now that we obviously know the Snyderverse is not interested in this at all. Okay, fine. What is everybody's? I guess if you could give it a grade from what you've seen so far, what would you give it? Because I'm interested in what everybody thinks.
I was gonna say F2 because it's like dog food, grade food level of movie going.
I mean, from the very first teaser, I didn't think the movie looked good, and it's only gotten worse. So that's my opinion.
I don't care.
That is a fair statement.
That's a Harrison Ford statement.
Yeah. Harrison Yopops 215.
What do you think, Magda? I'm curious what you think, Magda.
Well, I don't know. We've seen so many trailers and teasers that I'm afraid that we've seen the most interesting parts of the movie, collectively between all of them. And I've seen it before, like I've seen interesting trailer. I went to see the movie and I was just disappointed that they gave everything away.
Yeah.
With the trailers, and there was really nothing more to see. So I don't know. But on the other hand, there is just so much action. Those are action packed. There is just so much going on, so many different characters, a little bit chaotic. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I will go and see it. That's for sure. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm interested in the story that he has the potential to tell here. with that many characters, because there is something good that can come out of this, but he needs to hit it at like I would say 75% for me to be able to enjoy it. And right now it looks more like it's going to be closer to 45%. Like I am really worried about it, but I'm interested because I like Superman. I like my superhero stories. I want to see the good things. Like, just give me something good. But James Gunn also likes to inject himself. The funniest meme that's come out of all of this is whenever Gary tweeted out Superman's James Gunn, because that's what this feels like in a lot of aspects to me, and it makes me worried.
To me, I mean, I haven't been paying as much attention as I wanted to. But you know, I think that in all honesty, I came in, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Because I hate the Snyderverse. Like, I'll be frank, but I'm not gonna sit here. And so, like, more time has settled. I'm like, you know, because the Snyderverse fans were just every single thing he was doing was wrong out the gate, and so I was like, oh, okay, well, that almost makes me want to like. But it's like then I see normal people that don't have a stake on either side that are like, no, I don't like this. I'm like, these are all valid complaints. I'm like, no, these are actually valid complaints. So I think there are a lot of. I'll be honest. I'm less confident in the movie now than I was. You know, back in like I'm just not that impressed with what I've seen, and I wish I was. I really, really, really wish I was. I'll say I'm cautiously optimistic. Emphasis on cautiously. But I kind of agree with the general sentiment. I don't know that it's going to be great. And I want to be proven wrong very badly. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm at like a 70% right now, and my reason is a little bit different. In a sense, I trust James Gunn's storytelling, but I think he works better with an ensemble cast where he has multiple actors in a group. With that said, though, I've been saying this for months, guys. You've heard me say it. Once you lose the normie audience, superhero fatigue has kicked in. It's tough to gain their trust back again. Looking at this, it looks overstuffed to me. There's a lot of characters, the lanterns, etc. Starting a universe this way, trying to win back the audience, it's just a very risky, bold move. I've been saying it since the start. Anyone agree with me on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, I had heard that from the beginning, but my thought was I've seen James Gunn do it before. If he's doing it, it's probably for a reason. I don't know that it'll come across as overstuffed personally. And why I say that is because I do trust the way I think the Justice League is going to be kind of taking a back seat. There's a reason I don't think he put any A-listers. I think he knows these guys don't necessarily need a heavy presence. If you're going to have a Justice League, you need X amount of characters, even if they're in the story for 5 seconds. Like if they're just like, hey, the Justice League is here. Here's how they're out, just to establish they're in the universe. We see that kind of stuff in storytelling all the time. So in that respect, I think it's fine. I'm not necessarily worried about it being overstuffed because I get the sense that a lot of these people are probably
Vaughn. But you're muted, ABF. Vaughn, you're doing that underwater thing that happens on every series. Sorry.
Yeah, your volume kept going low. You sounded
Yeah.
like this, and then the story was like this, and then
That is weird. I don't know.
It was a
what's going
great
on.
Aquaman impression, but I don't think it was the right.
That's weird. All right, I don't know what to do. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you're good now.
I don't think it's necessarily overstuffed. I could be proven wrong, but in my respect, it just seems to me like you see that stuff in the DC universe all the time. It's just the question is ultimately, is it going to amount to a good story? And I hope it does.
Well,
But I'm
from
not
the leaks that we've gotten,
Oh, yeah,
apparently
those
is
were-
that Green Lantern is trying to establish the Justice Gang, and you know, Superman maybe trying to come in and show them like the way that things should actually be done, and he's at odds with them a little bit. There's a little bit of infighting.
Mhm.
And I think that there is a way you could tell a cool story doing that. And then you could also, expand out the universe and bring other characters in later on. And it's like Hoodie said, Gunn does great with an ensemble cast, but I agree. I hope he isn't overstuffing it with too much shit going on at once so that you can't actually follow the story of any character that you happen to get invested in, right? Because if I really like the Green Lantern and I start wanting to watch his movie more than the Superman movie, you've failed at your movie. Even if you have good parts in it, you have now screwed up your movie because you've taken away the focus. And I hope he doesn't do that.
Agree. That's my main concern. Is it's not going to be a Superman focused story. I hope it is, but
yeah, because Superman deserves his own movie.
And I hate to compare it to the first Iron Man. I know it's not fair. It's not, but that movie was just Iron Man. It wasn't. It didn't throw in anyone else. It was just Iron Man's story.
Well, that was because whenever they started trying to make the MCU, they were like, all right, we got to get one character. We have to have a banger of a movie. We've got to be able to kick this off the right way. And then whenever it exploded and was massive, they were like, okay, now we can start making movies about other characters. And then we have an ensemble movie that brings all of these characters that you've seen together. And unfortunately, as the MCU continued, they eventually fizzled out into now you have homework to do between every movie where you have to watch 7 different shows to know what's going on in the world. And they took the classic, like, overstuffing it and then leaving shit in there that people didn't even know existed. Like, I can't remember what movie it was that I went and watched, but one of them, as we were getting close to Infinity War, there was another movie that you needed to watch to be able to understand. I think it was maybe Captain Marvel.
It probably was. That was like a month before Infinity War.
Yeah, and I didn't watch Captain Marvel. So whenever I got in, I was like, when the fuck did this happen? Like, what? And then my friends were like, oh, you didn't see Captain Marvel? And I was like, oh, you mean the girl who was being a bitch about everything? No, I didn't go watch that movie. Like,
No, like, as cool as it is seeing like Lantern and whoever else might cameo, Justice Gang, whatever, I just want a Superman story. I would be completely fine if there was no other superheroes in the movie. That's just me.
Yeah. But like I said, James Gunn may be able to pull something off with it. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, because apparently the early test screenings were really bad, and they've gone back and changed a bunch of shit in the movie. And maybe they're actually taking criticism from their internal testing and going to make some changes and actually give us a good story.
We shall see.
Indeed. But I think Vaughn put it very succinctly. I don't like what I'm seeing, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Everything he said is exactly how I felt. I can't really put it more. I can't put it any better than that. It's just I want it to be good, but there's a lot of red flags.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I hope super cross fingers.
Yeah, please.
Please.
Yeah. Every single thing where I'm like, I want to watch the movie and be like, I was wrong. That's why I still haven't said a lot. That's why I'm just like, please, just deliver. Just deliver. I'll take a 7 out of 10. Just give me a 7 out of 10. That is
7's pretty generous, I'll tell you that much. For nowadays.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, I know one thing. You're not taking the battle sitting down. I know that you are trying to produce comics. So, if you don't mind, before we go into one of the chat's favorite segments and one that I really enjoy doing, Secret Memer. But I wanted to make sure while we had this wonderful crowd here, we still have like around 60 people watching. Thank you very much across multiple platforms. If you would please plug your wares, sir. I would love to know what you've got and what you have coming up.
Yeah, so Phenomenova is my superhero story. I always say in an age of cynicism and deconstruction, it is a reconstruction and a reconstitution of the superhero genre. So it's set 20 years after World War III. In my world, superheroes fought during the war. And now we are dealing with the next generation of heroes, the son of a veteran who is struck by lightning while holding a mysterious crystal, and he strikes out to become a superhero inspired by those who came before him. Now, in issue 2, he's trained by one of those heroes, and 3, we're finally getting introduced to the team of heroes that he is going to join, and that's what it's about. And we've got issue 3. I've already written the first 8. Issue 3, the campaign for it launches next month. I actually am gonna check. My artist started working on it, so that's gonna be fun. And you can also read the first 10 pages of issue 1 for free on globalcomics.com. You can join my email list at Rebel Oasis Studios. And Theo Snodgrass was in the chat earlier, so I want to make sure to give him some love because we are working on a very different book. I'm creating a variety of materials. So let's say Phenomenova doesn't look like your kind of thing. That's fine. We're doing a book called I Can Fix Her, which is
Oh,
Sure you can.
No, you can't. You cannot fix her.
Well, so the book is about a demon hunter who has an ex-girlfriend who's half demon, but she's not like other demons. He can fix her. So you're gonna have to, so you're gonna have to read about that. So make sure to join my email list. Follow me on all socials to keep up to date. We want to do both of those books. I want to do a whole bunch of stuff. I also have another book I'm working on with my friend that's kind of a mix of like Indiana Jones in space meets like Lovecraftian horror elements and Star Wars. So I'm working in multiple genres, man. I'm going all in on superheroes with Phenomenova, and I want to build that franchise out. But everything else, you could just join my email list. You could subscribe to my YouTube. I do shorts and sometimes live streams and videos where I review really anything I like. If you just like hearing me talk, I'm on there. I'm on Twitter, everything you got. And then, of course, if you go to Global Comics, so I could show, you can go to the digital comics section on my website. You could read the first 10 pages of Phenomenova issue 1 for free. And if you like that, you could either buy a PDF, or if you have a subscription to that website, you could read everything I have on there. Or you could buy physical copies off my website. So either way, best way to keep up to date. So that's all my stuff.
Awesome.
nice.
Hell yeah, man.
So, all right, Vaughn, we're going to do one of the best segments on the internet, the best. We are going to do Secret Memer. Are we ready to rock Mr. Finger, if I may call you that? Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
My bad. I forgot how to do everything from last week, so as long as you choose the right scene, it should share correctly, right? And I can cycle through it?
Yep, it'll share your screen,
All
so
right.
if you're sharing, we're good.
All right.
Professional.
Take it away.
Professional.
Hey, there we go.
All right. This week we have only 3 memes.
I like that
500
too.
internal server error.
We still have the old titles from last week.
I know. I got it, Mason.
All right,
so
You're good. Thank you. There you go.
I hate that.
Oh my god, what is this?
Oh, I saw this. Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's
hate
get
these.
nice and close. We're gonna start left to right. We got Hoodie.
Is this mic low for anyone else?
Yeah. ABF's mic is super low and Nomi's a little high.
I put on auto gain. I don't know what else to do.
Yep. So I'll bring everybody else down. Go ahead, ABF. You're good.
We got Nagranol, who apparently grew a microphone beard. We have Yopop.
Oh my god.
But he's not this cute little baby anymore. Now he's got like 3,000 plus subs. So.
This guy, get out of here.
Yeah. Then we got this person, Mo. You look pissed off.
Well,
it looks like you and I just fought.
That's like every
They
day.
always fight though. They're always fighting.
Oh god.
This ABF, you did something. You're always at Mo's all the time. That's the problem.
I'm just trying to keep the family together. I'm doing the best I can.
We're just at the bar or working.
And then we got Magda down here.
Oh god. That is
To be fair, I saw that comment.
God. They didn't put the rest of people's faces on the pets and the doll and stuff.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
So yeah, that's meme number one. What are we calling that one?
We are calling. I'd like to call that abomination, but that would probably cover all the memes. Let's call that one the I don't even know.
Turn the GCA into a name, like
GCA.
the GCEAYY or some shit. Like the
The
Simpsons.
the I don't know, the Simpsons, simpletons. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like
Simpletons.
simpletons.
There you
I take less offense to that than Sims.
go. Very true. Good point.
All right, meme number 2. All right, let's see here. We got classic from Spider-Man. Tell me the truth. I'm ready to hear it. All of your friends are gay. Shit.
That's actually really good.
Apparently that's me telling.
That's actually that's really
No,
good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's cute. I like that.
Oh god, that's funny.
Let's see. MJ Lindstrom and Spiderfinger. I don't.
You could literally just call it "All your friends are gay."
Spiderfinger.
Oh my god.
We could just call it the truth. I mean, it's
the truth.
Give me the truth and give us me
Oh,
wrong.
damn, that's great.
Oh my
That's
god.
funny.
All right. And the last one. Here we are.
Oh god.
Mario, when did you get a pair of tits?
When did I get a
Hey,
fro?
those are pecs. Come on, those are pecs. Come on.
Yeah, I've
That
been
was my
working
next
out.
question.
They're just massive pecs.
Dude, the hair is incredible. I want to see the hair, like what it looks like on you. You know what I mean? Like, or maybe it's an armor attachment, so he can he's cosplaying as a black woman.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be an amazing. Again, like unironically, like a progressive superhero, right? Think about it. They're in the armor. The armor cracks during a fight, and it's a white dude. Like, what the hell, man?
They just
I'm an
put
ally.
on the helmet and the fro comes
Armored
on with it.
blackface. Holy shit!
Thanks, Idaho Mike.
Nagadol, you want to name this one?
Been working out.
Let's see.
I don't even know how to say that, Jeff. Pride or no? Pride no?
Yo, what'd you call me?
What'd you say, son? Yeah. IRONSHART. I don't know.
Really puts the hard on. You know?
Oh, I like this one.
That's the one I couldn't figure out how to say.
Pride nerdnol.
Nagadol?
Medication.
Pride nerd null. Oh my goodness. All right, so ready? Oh.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be on Comics Dad's channel. Yeah.
All right. So I will drop it in the chat here if anybody wants to pin it. Let's see here.
I don't have pinning privileges in the YouTube channel, I don't think.
Well, I didn't know somebody else was in there. All right. Let's drop it in there. Kablow. It's a big one, but there you go. There.
To go through it real quick, we got
You can
the
pin it yourself, no?
Simpletons.
Oh.
The Lindstrom and Spiderfinger.
It's simple and effective. You look like Val Kilmer a bit in the second one.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, mainly because of his tactical reload and heat, but yeah. So.
Maybe.
Oh wow, we got a dead heat here. I like it.
Pride or null.
Pride or null.
Don't vote for that.
I love how the file name is AI face swap and then a bunch of garbage after that.
Lazy memeing at its best.
All right.
What? I can't see the little stuff. There we go.
Of course. Let's see. There we go. Alrighty.
Get your
The
votes in,
joys of-
guys. Get them in.
There you go.
Man, this is pretty close.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put the old timer on it. Reset timer. There we go.
Why is the timer like?
It's
spazzing
freaking
out?
out. There we go. Hey.
There. Hey, now it made it to a minute.
Oh, it went
And
up.
now it's
Hey,
at
there we go.
125.
Yeah,
That's
still working it
wow.
out. Way better than last week. All right. So we got a dead heat between the Simpletons and Spiderfinger.
Damn.
Everyone vote. We got 50 people in chat. Vote.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Go- click on the link. Go vote. I know it looks like a spam link. It is not. That is the actual voting link. So
It's
the-
super
the
normal
GCA
if you get. It's super normal if you get asked what's your social security number.
Yes.
Check
Super
credit
normal.
card numbers out.
Oh.
It extends your car warranty as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And my good friend Majid will answer your questions, any that you might have.
Man, Hoodie G is so like creepy.
I know. Trust me, I know.
All right,
30
10
seconds, chat.
He looks like a grandpa that got out of
Where do
prison.
you see 10?
That's it.
On my end, who knows? All right.
I'm the cool
All right.
grandpa.
It looks like.
That link is awful. My God.
Is
It,
it,
it looks like a IPv6 IP address.
it really does.
Yeah.
All right. Hey! And as much as they keep trying to take it over, it's the Simpletons that wins. All right.
Oh, nice. All
Well,
right.
that means that Phantom X wins, and we'll never hear the end
Wow.
of it.
Wow. Congrats,
Phantom.
Phantom.
Congrats.
Wow.
Congrats, congrats.
Back.
And then this one was done by Risk It for a Biscuit.
Good job, Risk It.
And this one, I need to look it up because I forgot. Let's
Nobody
see here.
cares.
Yeah, I mean, get out of here, right? Who sent that to me? Nerd Slap.
Ah.
All right. Very nice.
Nerd Slap. Rename your files from AI face swap.
He's just gonna name it to ABF gay now or something. Damn it.
Yes. You don't know what kind of hell you've wrought upon us. All right. There we go. Thank you very much. Those were 3 excellent entries.
It
Very
actually
much
is a tie.
appreciated.
It was a tie.
Well, we had to call it at some point.
I know. I know.
Yeah, so.
There's 13 seconds
that's-
left whenever you called it, though.
Yeah, there was.
That was weird. On
Yeah,
my
we
end,
need
it
to,
was- it showed the timer. Well, you know, we're still
Rigged.
working through it. Much better than last week, but still working through it. So, anywho, so yeah, thank you very much. Let's see. We have one last story here, a small one. Everybody's talked about it, but I just want to hear. This is one of the biggest wins in the entertainment industry, like honestly, and I do want to talk about this briefly. It is this one right here. It is the Stellar Blade.
Stella Braid.
Stellar Braid. Sorry.
Stellar Braid.
Reject idea of reprobating.
Hero.
You guys are lucky you have an Asian on the panel.
Yeah, that's why I said that. If you're out reporting, I would have
Would you like to try a shit chicken?
No, you know what? Yo, Pops, how about you read the title of this for us in your
Yeah.
best Asian accent?
Stellar Braid, director, reject idea of regulating adult mod. Ooh, I love adult mod. Once the game is a purchase, it belong to the user. How was that? Was that all right?
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
great. That was great.
Give
little
yourself
too
an
good.
applause. Yes. Awesome. So hard to follow up on that one, but as you could tell, people have been getting very creative, which some would say that's you're right. But Stellar Blade, yeah. So while some of the world's more puritanical individuals have found themselves clutching their pearls over adult mod potential,
Bastards.
yes, very well put, by the way, because that covers everybody, of Stellar Blade's PC release. Game director Hwang Tai Kim has no interest. Hey, Yo Pops, you want to do that one for me?
I can't even see it, dude. It's too small.
here.
That's what she said about. Hyung Kim.
I was close. Come on.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
close.
it's pretty good for a white guy.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Has no interest in trying to please fans' creative interests, as not only does he believe it to be a fool's errand, but he also is a strong proponent of customer ownership. Yes.
Hell yeah.
And that's the reason I want to bring it up. I know we talk about video games a little bit on here, but that is, man, just to hear that is just like so many wins that we get. They're here and there, but they're starting to pile up. So
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it to the panel. What do you think about it? I'm assuming that we would all have the same opinion, but I would love to know what you guys think about having, because there are some spicy skins that are available, and skins is the proper word for it.
I mean,
what do you think about being able to do that and being able to share that on the internet and being able to mod a game in the first place?
I think that if you buy the game, you're able to do whatever the fuck you want with it. I love mods. I love modding games. And I don't care if you want to make a full-blown Gooner mod or if you want to expand on the gameplay. You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want. And nobody should tell you can't, because art should not be censored. Art, as long as you're not creating some kind of a victim, right? Like, because I don't like the AI art and stuff like that actually does turn someone into a victim of some kind of...
Oh.
Well, not even theft. I'm talking about more in the like sexual nature, right?
Yeah,
like, so whenever they AI face swap people on like corn, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you should be able to do that. I think that should be pulled down. But if you're taking a game or some other type of media and you're just creating something interesting and new with it, I don't think anybody should be able to tell you that you can't make that art. So I am anti-censorship. I am let people enjoy what they want to, because the people who don't like it can fuck off and not have anything to do with it. And this director coming out and saying, once you buy the game is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. I think that is a massive win, because I've got a big problem with things like Steam, where everything is a digital download, right? Like, if I have the game, I want to own the game and be able to play the game and not have somebody be able to revoke a license, because I didn't pay to have this thing for a limited amount of time. And thankfully, Steam now does tell you if that developer is saying, no, this is a limited license for you to have access to it. Like, that should all be clear in bold at the very top of the terms and agreement before you click purchase. So
yeah, but Hayden,
I like this.
Hayden, isn't modding kind of disrespectful to the artist because you're modding the way that the game is supposed to be played and made?
And he said, I wish people would stop just making outfits because I like the outfits better, but please expand on the gameplay, make new levels, make new areas. Like that, I mean,
also,
that's
it's a victimless crime in this case, because
Victim is the
it's a
artist,
single player
ABF.
game. You're installing mods that only your screen can actually see.
It's not even a crime. I wouldn't even call it a victimless crime. It's a victimless.
But the Paul Tassies of the world are out there complaining about how
offense.
people are,
Dude, I've had this game literally since launch. I loved the demo, and then I was just so busy playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and then life, writing and working. I haven't gotten to the game, and I've wanted to. And every time I hear stuff like this, I'm like, why am I not playing this right now? And it's like, oh yeah, for valid life reasons. But, oh my god, this is such a great advertisement. The game could be like the aforementioned 7 out of 10 on principle, based on the way they've conducted themselves. Did you even see the model, who of course I follow? The model for Eve is clapping back now too. She's like, she will reply, even in small ways, but people will be like, yeah, no woman looks like this, and she'll reply with a sad face.
So I've seen her reply with her in cosplay of Eve, Stellar Blade outfits,
which I like every time, of course.
Well, oh yeah, no, they're
big
great.
fan of those pictures.
Just supporting her cause, not the
no. I
look,
support
the
her body.
The cosplay, yeah.
It's
all about the cosplay.
No, it's
a rockin' hard cause.
I just want to say some of the best content in gaming has come from mods. Look at Grand Theft Auto RP.
Very true.
Like GTA
Bethesda.
RP is insane. Bethesda, I was about to say, I modded the shit out of Skyrim. It looks like a new game.
There are different games you can play in Skyrim. You just download this massive mod, and it's a completely different fucking game.
Yes,
Well,
all new quests, new story. It's insane.
Yep.
And it can inspire stuff for the next game. Like when GTA comes out, people are like, we'll bring in the Euphoria physics engine from GTA 4, right? And people are like, why aren't we doing this? So hopefully they implement that in 6. They'll see, oh, this, like, if enough people see something they like done through mods, that could incentivize them to implement it. Now I know we're not allowed to care about our paying customers, and that's what I was taught. It's not as something I abide by, but the entertainment industry, they're like, you know what? We're gonna appeal to the vocal minority and not the people who pay for our stuff. But I think mods are a great way around that.
Well, just to expand on that real quick, one of the first Skyrim mods that came out on PC, whenever it came out on PC, was fishing. So then, whenever they did their Hearth, I can't remember what it was called. Their very first like DLC that they did for the official Skyrim, where you could
Hearthstone.
build a Hearthstone. Yeah. So they added in that fishing mod into the official game because it made the game better. It was a fun little mini game you could play. Like modding inspires people. Modding will make a game better. And yeah, sometimes it just brings us sexier outfits, but I think we were all kind of pissed off whenever they started censoring the outfits whenever they released it on PS5 because Sony wanted to act like a bunch of little bitches.
Also, a lot of people don't realize that entire genres of games have been discovered from mods, including the Battle Royale genre came from like Arma 3 and H1Z1,
Arma 3.
stuff like that.
That's correct.
PUBG.
Well, yeah, PUBG. It was after that though.
Yes.
It was inspired by that mod from Arma 3.
Well, that's how we got. Like, we got shooters back in the early '90s. From Wolfenstein. Like it's a tale as old as time.
No.
It's always
PUBG
given rise. Yeah.
Was the mod for Arma 3 first.
It came out after as a standalone game.
No, yeah, as a standalone game.
Right.
But PlayerUnknown was the mod author for Battlegrounds for Arma 3. And then whenever it was super successful, he then went and made his own game.
Yep. And then he tried to virtue signal and got kicked out.
Yep.
Go crafting. There you
He
go.
acted like a bitch.
Yep. They said bye.
Good.
You're ruining it. Yeah. So, yeah. No, I think it's awesome that he said that. I'm a libertarian. It's like whatever you want to do. It's not my thing, but I think it should be available to do as long as it doesn't break any laws. Who cares?
If it's not hurting anybody.
Matter of fact, letting people have that level of creativity, and he's even saying make new levels. That's awesome. We need that culture back in games and in entertainment. Like to try to build off of what I've built, and I think that's a really good thing. So
the best way to really describe it, what you're saying, Mo, is how you said you're a libertarian, and what this is going on about is he is making it not illegal for people to enjoy it.
True.
Great. Wow. That is a fantastic way to
put it. Yeah. So like, because I'm a libertarian, kind of like conservative leaning, but like that's the way I see it too. Is like if I create this, by all means, you own it. Do whatever the hell you want with it. It's yours, man. Everything that you want to enjoy shouldn't be something that you should be punished to have. You have a way to express yourself and have the creative freedom to do whatever. If you want to add like a skimpier outfit, by all means. If you want to add a Teletubby outfit just for the LOLs, go for it. So yeah.
Teletubby outfit. Now, why did your mind go there?
Why not?
That's a good. No, it's there. It's
I'm actually curious now.
Because I thought about it. It's like your stream of consciousness was following it, and it's like you're Teletubbies. Okay.
I mean, what's that saying? Is like if it's made to be innocent, there's gonna be a parody or a porn.
Oh, Rule 34.
There you go.
Rule 34.
Oh God.
It's gonna
Is
exist.
anyone here on there? Rule 34?
No.
It does exist.
That's not an open invite, by the way. I shouldn't have been so quiet.
I was just like, are you asking that?
can't wait for Secret Memer next week.
But yes, that's what I was going for. Like if it's on the internet, chances are it's probably someone had an idea, a crazy idea.
Rule 34 GCA. I'm gonna look this up right now.
No, please don't.
Have fun. I really hope there's nothing out there.
Oh God, I don't know what the fuck came up, but that was not GCA.
Oh, thank
Clearing my history right now.
Is it Nagradol? Please share it.
What's my finger
Do
doing?
not.
It was not related to you. I don't know what this GCA stood for, but this is getting erased from my history effective immediately. Holy God. All right.
Yeah, here
Anyway,
I'm sharing my
yep.
screen just so we can look at the Nexus page for a second.
Absolutely. So give me 1
I
second.
know it's a pain in the ass to set up an EV
No,
mods.
no, no. Just you're good. I got it down, Pat. So we're good.
Yeah, booming
Okay.
Rob's right. Isaac has my feet pics.
All right.
The whole
Let's go,
internet
sir.
has
You
your
have the
feet
stage.
pics, dude.
That's true.
So yeah, so we've got ultimate engine tweaks. That's where somebody just goes in and like adjusts the physics and stuff. Improve perfect defense. That probably makes doing like counters easier. We've got outfits. We've got a beautification mod, which I think makes her look worse, but whatever. Seamless Eve Scarlet Head. We've got ponytails. We've got, what do we got? Chinese style mask, I guess, if you want that. Outfit. Better gear equipment. Like, this is something that can improve a game ultimately for people, right? This is not something that should be shied away from at all. Tattoos for Eve's A2 outfit. A2 was one of the outfits in the original, like, collab
Nier
they did.
Automata.
Yeah, the Nier Automata collab. Like, there's so many things you can do to just aesthetically change the game. But one of the things on the previous page,
I'm scared right
actually,
now.
no, I'm not logged in. It can't show anything not safe for work.
Okay.
So here's one where you actually get to play as Tacky. Like,
Holy shit, look at the size of that cock right there. Goddamn.
But no, they put a
version.
Tacky mod into the game, and I'm a Tacky lover. I'm also a Raven lover. I know there's a mod that you can play as Raven.
Dude, see,
Like-
all right. So obviously Taki survives, which I figured.
What do you want to
Cannot
say, Hayden?
confirm or deny.
Is that Hayden? I think that's Hayden.
That was Hayden.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say
that was me.
But dude, Nier as well. Another reason to play this game. God damn it, Nier Automata.
Yeah,
amazing.
it's one of the best games I've ever played.
Like that game. That game does not get enough love. It's brilliant, and it has ass and titties on top of a really good plot.
Yeah,
You can
Stellar
put
Blade
Skull
definitely
Greymon into Stellar Blade.
What the hell is
Okay.
You can? Oh my
Look,
gosh.
it's a mod.
Digimon.
Oh my gosh, now I
Yo,
want to
what a
play it.
Put Skull Greymon in your fucking game. Who cares?
All right, so I haven't touched the PS5 version I had. Should I not even bother and just buy the PC version?
Buy the PC version.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Normally
Good
I'd be like,
mods.
that's ridiculous, but I'm happy to give these people my money. I have to make
Yeah.
it first, of course, but you know.
Like I said, mods
starving
are
artist.
a blessing to games and a blessing to gamers. They can extend the life of a game for years and years and years. Look at what Skyrim did. right?
GTA 5, dude. That game was like, oh, it's starting to teeter off. Mods they release it on PC. Lifespan, it's still going.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a reason why developers go out of their way to add modding, because it extends the life of the game and the sales.
Yep.
Absolutely.
They actively give out the modding tools. They're like, hey, here's our developer kit. Here's what we used. Now you make shit too in our game that people can download.
That's how you get
Like,
the role playing lobbies and stuff.
That's what I was saying.
Live,
GTA, it's kept GTA 5 alive, and like Hayden said earlier, Bethesda games for me, Skyrim. There's a whole new game in Skyrim with quests. Like it's a whole new game, so it's amazing.
Yeah,
And
so
it's
I'm-
great to have a director of a game come out and say, yeah, mod the game. It's yours. Do whatever you want with it.
And that's my
Bought it.
favorite part. Oh, what's up, Eel Pops?
I just want to say the one thing about Koreans, right? When they buy something, they want to get their money's worth. And they want to know.
Isn't
and
that
they
all
hold
Asians?
shit. Well, yeah, but Koreans especially. All right. When we get something, we want our freaking money's worth. So we're gonna make that baby, pay for itself in the long run.
You buy a store in Los Angeles in 1991. You want to keep that thing nice and clean.
We can talk about that on a different show.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad to see that he came out and said it. It's one thing to mod, it's another thing to fully back those modders, and that's really awesome. So
Respecting your customer.
What?
Not even once.
Oh,
Not even
novel
once.
concept.
So, well, that brings us to the end of episode 64. It's been a hoot. It's been talked about a lot of creative differences from people that don't like certain items and people that love them dearly, and then people just trying to get a comic going like Vaughn. It's just, it's awesome to see like the wide spectrum, the wide swath of what's going on in the industry right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our outros. So Nomi, what do you have coming up, man?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Oh, okay. Because I got a message saying that my mic went to default. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I'm doing. My internet's still trash here. I'm tired. I've been working a lot, so that's why I didn't really do my get up, because I'm just. It's been a week and it's only Wednesday. The next thing I can think of is Saturday Split Fiction with the Rude Eye. 10 a.m. Central. Other than that, that's what I got going on.
Awesome.
Follow me on X, Know Me Without You.
Hey. Next we have Negrinal. What is up, sir? What is up next for you? Been quite busy.
Tomorrow I'm going to be on Comics Dad's show. And then on Saturday I'll be on Project Egg Roll. So that'll be fun.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. Other than that, awesome. I don't know. Follow me on YouTube and Kick.
Right on. And then the man who has decided to just overtake everybody with his by putting his life on the line and documenting what's going on in Orange County and surrounding area. It is Yo Pops. What do you have coming up? I'm sure you got something interesting.
I'm sure, I don't know if everybody knows, but tomorrow is June 19th, which is Juneteenth. And I haven't heard anything official of any events going on in the LA, Orange County, California. But if I could drag my ass out of bed, just because I had a couple drinks before I came on, and everything's all hit me. I'm just so tired right now. But we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it out. We're gonna go out and about. We're gonna go check out the scene. I'm not sure if anything's gonna be crazy or anything like that, but we don't know. So just keep your eyes out for that for tomorrow, and that's pretty much about it. And like I said, I got this momentum going, so I got to keep it going. And if I could just kind of open up to you guys a little bit, I'm very scared about what the future holds, because I don't know what I'm gonna do after everything dies down. But we'll figure something out. Hope you guys are gonna be along for the ride with me. Yo Pops 215, YouTube, Kick, X, find me there. And yeah, hope everyone has a good night.
Turn on Content Brain. Everything is content. Talk about everything. Talk shit about everything. Go full blown YouTube.
I'm trying to. I got you.
All right. Well, stay safe. Inside joke. But I actually mean that. But and then next we have, speaking of staying safe, Lady Medea. What do you have coming up besides your inevitable exit of the commie state?
Yes, just continuing to stay busy, and but we'll find some time to go and see 28 Days, probably tomorrow, and then we'll have to figure out how to make a video. So on this new platform, so that'll be interesting.
I got you. You're good.
And yeah, that's about it for this next week.
All right. Awesome. Vaughn Coleman, thank you very much for coming on the show, man. It's nice to meet somebody so aspiring, so young. It's refreshing to see.
Thank
you. Real quick, once again, if you just want to give another quick elevator pitch for all your stuff, we'd love to get you some customers.
So I got Rebel Oasis Studios. We always talked about, trying to create something independent, respecting the customers. So I went to film school and I was like, I want to do just my own stuff and own everything. And that's what inspired me. And I'm doing it. So we got, like I said, 2 issues out of my comic already, with more on the way. A Phenomenova, which is a coming-of-age superhero story set 20 years after World War III. It's ready to ship. I'm going to be at Heroes Con in North Carolina, Charlotte, this weekend, and then I'll be at Garden State Comic Fest, New Jersey, the following weekend. So I'm hitting the road with all of that. I've got a few things in the works, like more of that. I Can Fix Her, as I discussed. YouTube content, but that's a hit. As soon as I'm like, Theo, we gotta get the ball rolling on that one. So tons of stuff. Make sure to check out my YouTube. I'm also on Iron Oxide's channel, Rogues Gallery. I'm a regular on that show. So follow me on any socials. I tend to spend a lot of time online, maybe too much, so not too far.
Awesome. Well, good luck, sir. You'll be in
Thank
my
you.
neck of the woods. So a lot of nerds here about the Charlotte area. So
okay.
Good luck, my man. So good luck. Hoodie D. Hey, your power didn't get knocked out, so that's good. You made it through the entire show.
Made it the whole show.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go outside and check for any damage, but should be cool. The only thing I got coming up is 28 days later. Lady Medea and I will put out a review after we figure out how to use this new platform, which I'm sure it'll be fine.
I wish I could do it with you. I want to see the movie so bad, but I don't get off work for another week.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. ABF, my good man.
Well, so I was wondering who was going to be on the show tonight a couple days ago, and someone said Ron Coleman. I was like, Ron Coleman, the lawyer?
Sorry to disappoint. We had drinks in Vegas. Come on.
That's just where my mind immediately went for some reason. I have no idea why. But anyways, it was a pleasure having you, and your comic looks great.
Thank you.
I'm gonna definitely buy a copy. But
all right, thank you.
Also, hey, check that out. I didn't realize that, Lady Medea. Put it back up there.
I probably gave you one of those. You're probably like, what is this crap?
No,
I'm saying I probably gave one to Alec Baldwin's finger. He's like, trash.
No, I don't think you gave me one actually.
Oh,
target practice.
I did. I made a point of giving you one. It's okay.
Wow.
Wow. Listen, it's okay. We were very drunk at the time, to be fair.
Yes.
The code. Yeah.
But
it won't clear up enough to scan.
Oh, wait, well, it's
RebelOasisStudios.com.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. All right. And then Hayden Wayne, apparently you're working the next week, but anything going on during that time?
No, not really. I mean, there might be something that upsets me and I decide to sit down and make a video, but for me to do that, it's like a 3-day process. I have too much work to do most of the time. But yeah, you can find me here and on X at Hayden Wayne 75 and on Alec Baldwin's Fingers channel on Monday and sometimes on Wednesday right before this show. And every Tuesday I'm on with Nerd Wars. And yesterday they informed me that World War III is probably starting. So,
I almost made it.
That's a thing.
All right. That's fine. All right. Well, I am MoZamboni. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for staying this long watching us. Thank you, Vaughn, not Ron Coleman, for coming on.
Yeah.
Really appreciate
that
guy. And we will see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Everyone has AIDS. My grandma and my dog go blue.
We'll do it live.
This really triggers me.
Let them fight.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I just gotta backdoor the phone system.
Right there, yo, Pops. I speak at the English.
Once I got in there, I hooked up with Jeremy.
That means you're gay.
I just want this.
I almost used the F word.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
What's happening, hot stuff?
I could go really hard into this stuff.
Take the pants off. Take your pants off.
I'm looking at porn.
No more Yankee, my wanky.